Welcome everybody, this is GP Notebook TV and my name's Julie Oliver. Today's video I'm going to just go over a paper that was published in the British Journal of General Practice, June of 2020, and we're moving on to away from all the COVID videos that we've been doing and trying to take a step forward into sort of the future world. Now, the reason I say that is because I know, and I expect all of you at home have been doing this too, I've really been encouraging people to get their own blood pressure machines and to give me readings over the phone, maybe if you repeat pill checks and that sort of thing. And what we're always asking ourselves are these machines accurate? Can we really believe the readings that people are phoning into us or writing in and delivering to us so that we can work out if they've got hypertension or if their hypertension is well controlled? And this study that's been published has been looking at the accuracy of people's home blood pressure machines. And it's a great little study because what they looked at was they contacted people that were on the hypertensive register and asked them if they had a blood pressure machine, and then asked them if they would like a free test to see how accurate it was. And they managed to get 331 people send their blood pressure machines back to get tested. And they did a whole selection of tests on these machines, basically looking at, did the monitor work, did the cuff blow up properly, were there any leaks, but most importantly, was there any accuracy problems with the numbers that came out of the machine? And they allowed 3 millimeters of mercury either way to be a sort of spread that was allowed within the range, but anything other than that was deemed to be an inaccurate reading. Now, of those 331, 251 of them, and that's just over 3/4 of them, passed all the tests. And I think that's a great statistic, which means that 3/4 of our people using home blood pressure machines are using machines that are accurate and clear. Then they also went to look at which were the better machines. So not surprisingly, if you spend a bit more money on your machine, you are more likely to get a machine that reads better. So some of the machines were very, very cheap, well under £10, but it seemed the more you spent, the better the machine was. They also found out that if your machine was validated, that these seem to give a more accurate result than the non-validated machines. So that might be part of the criteria when you're advising people to buy them. The other thing they looked at was how old the machine was. And again, not surprising, if your machine was under 4 years old, it seemed to give more accurate readings than if it was older. And the interesting thing about the inaccuracies of the readings was the home blood pressure machines seemed to read higher than the machines that were validated at the surgery. So this isn't a bad thing either if you've got a slightly higher reading in people at home than when you're bringing them into the surgeries. So overall then, the advice was that people using these machines generally were getting good machines with good accurate results for most of the machines that were being used out there. Now, a lot of people have got the wrist machines, and it seemed they couldn't validate and they couldn't check the wrist machines because they couldn't take them apart to do the test they needed to do. So I think this is good evidence to start off with, that if we are asking people to get their own machine, that these machines generally are good, they're accurate, and they're giving good, consistent readings. And this is great because people are interested in their numbers, people are looking after their health at home now, people are buying different products to do that, and if it can help us and help them, that's not a bad idea. So I think this isn't going to change my practice. I'm going to keep encouraging people to get hold of their own machine. I'm going to suggest that they might need to, every sort of few years, consider upgrading or updating, maybe every 4 years based on this research at the moment. But certainly when people are reading, calling me and giving me numbers over the phone, I'm going to be quite happy that those numbers are generally pretty accurate. And hopefully this will mean we can go forward like we're doing with more remote working, but knowing that we're not doing our patients a disservice. So a nice piece of research to say we can keep doing probably what lots of us are doing anyway, because these machines seem to be pretty good. Okay, so hope you found that useful. More videos to come next week, and have a good week, everybody.